Yeah. So topic in this chapter, write it down in a notebook. Topic in this chapter, what we are going to study. About lifespan. Lifespan. Then about reproduction. Okay. Then we will study about asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. Okay. Then there is sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction. Okay. In sexual reproductions, we will study pre-fertilizations event. Write it down. Pre-fertilization events. Then we will study gametogenesis. Then gamete transfer. Okay. So fertilizations कितने तरीके की होती है? Anyone? Fertilization? How many types of fertilizations are there? In fertilization, write it down. The topic fertilization. So in fertilization, we will study that. Okay, gamete transfer. I told you about pre-fertilization. These are the pre-fertilization. Pre-fertilization gametogenesis, फिर गैमेट ट्रांसफर है. फिर फर्टिलाइजेशन में हम लोग फिर बाद में पढ़ेंगे पोस्ट फर्टिलाइजेशन इवेंट एंड जाइगोट एंड एम्ब्रायोजेनेसिस. ओके, fertilizations. Then we will study post fertilization events. Then write it zygote. What is the meaning of zygote? Anyone? Zevin, you know what is zygote?
सर वो जो जाइगोट से सर
क्या
वो
होता है
बनता
zygote
है
से?
बेबी.
बेबी. तो देखो एक्चुअली होता है क्या ना, सेक्सुअल एक रिप्रोडक्शन होता है, एक ए सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन होता है. तो सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन में दोनों मेल और फीमेल के पास क्या होता है, जाइगोट होता है. तो मेल और फीमेल का जब भी जाइगोट जब फॉर्म होता है तो एम्ब्रायो बनता है. उसके बाद तुम्हारा क्या बनता है, ऑर्गन्स बनते हैं. उसी ऑर्गन्स के थ्रू बेबीज का फॉर्मेशन स्टार्ट होता है. ठीक है.
जी सर.
एम्ब्रायोजेनेसिस. पर्टिकुलरली जितना भी चीज़ मैं लिख रहा हूँ आप लोग नोट में लिख रहे हो. आई होप लिख रहे हो या नहीं लिख रहे हो?
लिख रहा हूँ सर.
हाँ, एकदम अच्छे से लिखना है. कल मैं देखूंगा आप लोगों का, डिस्कस भी करूंगा इन सब चीज़ पे. कल तो ऐसे फिजिक्स पढ़ना है बट आई विल सी दिस थिंग्स ऑल्सो.
जी सर.
Okay, so embryogenesis. So, what is the meaning of a lifespan? Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of a lifespan?
born to death.
Born to death. According to you, Mahima, what is lifespan? What is lifespan? Okay, just wait. So write it down. Lifespan, the meaning of a lifespan, the period from the period from birth to the natural death. Okay, the period from birth to natural death of an organism represents its lifespan. Span. So मान लो, okay, so what I am telling about the lifespan, if someone is born, if some person is born, suppose in 2000, okay, and if he is getting die in around 2080, so what is the lifespan of this person? What is the lifespan of this person? 80 years, right? So what is the meaning of a lifespan? The period from birth to the natural death of an organism represent its lifespan. Okay, so whatever be the lifespan, death of every individual organism is a certainty. Write it down. What I am telling, whatever be the lifespan, death of every individuals. So death of every individuals organisms is a certainty. 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 What is the meaning of a certainty? That is, no individual is immortal. So कोई भी अमर नहीं है. अगर कोई जिंदा मतलब कोई बर्थ ले रहा है तो फिर कोई ना वो मरेगा ही मरेगा, राइट? तो उसका कोई ना कोई मतलब पीरियड रहेगा. कोई शॉर्ट स्पैन ऑफ टाइम के लिए जीते हैं, कोई लॉन्ग स्पैन ऑफ टाइम के लिए जीते हैं. ओके, बट देयर आर समथिंग which we can say they are immortal, and they are known as except single cell organism. So I hope you guys know the meaning of a cell. Okay, एक क्लास सिक्स या क्लास नाइन में एक एक्सपेरिमेंट आप लोगों को करवाया गया होगा, ओनियन पिल्स वाला. अगर हम उस स्किन्स को अगर लेते हैं तो और उसको कंपाउंड माइक्रोस्कोप पे डालते हैं तो हम लोगों को एक हनी कॉम टाइप का एक स्ट्रक्चर दिखता है. ठीक है, सो इस पर्टिकुलर हनी कॉम में एक तुम्हारा हर जो सेल्स रहते हैं उसमें बहुत सारे ऑर्गेनलीज होते हैं, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया, फिर प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन एंड एवरी मीन्स न्यूक्लियस. सो अदर अदर काइंड्स ऑफ तुम्हें मतलब क्या मिलेंगे, ऑर्गेनलीज मिलेंगे. और यही सेल्स मिल करके सेल्स का फॉर्मेशन, सेल्स जो है बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक्स ऑफ अ बॉडी. ओके, सो एक ह्यूमन बॉडीज में भी क्या प्रेजेंट है, सेल्स प्रेजेंट है. सो अब कुछ ऑर्गेनिज्म जो होते हैं वो सिंगल सेल्स ऑर्गेनिज्म होते हैं. एग्जाम्पल ऑफ अ सिंगल सेल ऑर्गेनिज्म, एनीवन? व्हाट इज द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ अ सिंगल सेल ऑर्गेनिज्म? सिंगल सेल ऑर्गेनिज्म का क्या एग्जाम्पल है, बता सकते हो? आप लोग सिंगल सेल के बारे में नहीं जानते हो?
बैक्टीरिया.
बैक्टीरिया बोल सकते हो, लेकिन मैं एक पर्टिकुलर नाम जानना चाहता हूँ। एमोइबिया बोल सकते हो, यूग्लीनिया बोल सकते हो। ओके, सो दीज आर दी सिंगल सेल ऑर्गेनिजम्स। ओके, सो
जी
सो रिप्रोडक्शन क्या होता है? रिप्रोडक्शन, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ अ रिप्रोडक्शन? First write it down
तो
one.
पूछो तो
Yeah, first write it down this this particular definition. There is no natural death. There is no natural death in single cell organism. See, this kind of a questions they are directly asking in the NEET exams. Okay, so you need to know everything. Okay, and be serious about your study. as they divide as they divide and form two new cells. Okay, how it is happening I will tell you. मीन्स एक्चुअली देखो, एक सिंगल सेल ऑर्गेनिज्म होता है ना, वो अपने आप को दो पार्ट में, दो से ज़्यादा पार्ट में डिवाइड करके दूसरा सिंगल सेल ऑर्गेनिज्म बना सकता है। ओके, ये कैसे होता है ये सब हमने क्लास 10th में पढ़ा है, आई थिंक क्लास 9 10th में ये सिंपल सिंपल टॉपिक्स आपने पढ़ा होगा। ओके, नाउ राइट द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक, रिप्रोडक्शन। What is the meaning of reproduction? What is the meaning of a reproduction? It is defined as a biological process in which an organism give rise to young one। ये सारा डेफिनेशन कल मैं आपसे पूछने वाला हूँ, सो अच्छे से लिखते जाओ। राइज टू यंग वंस। ओके, similar to it is defined as a biological process in which an organism give rise to young one, similar to itself। Okay, similar to itself, similar to itself। Okay, so itself we can say offspring। Okay, so how it's happen, offspring grow, then it mature, then new offspring will form। Spring. So grow means baby, birth, then it's becoming mature, then with that part we can generate a new offspring। Okay, enables the continuity of species। So I hope you know the meaning of a species, and if you have any doubt you can ask in this। रिप्रोडक्शन कितने टाइप के होते हैं अभी मैंने बताया, कितने टाइप के रिप्रोडक्शन होते हैं? एक होता है एसेक्सुअल और एक होता है सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन। ओके, सो व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन? महिमा, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन?
सर महिमा नहीं है सर क्लास में।
क्या हो गया उसको?
उसका नेट खराब है बोल रही है.
ओके ओके, नो इशू। तुम बताओ, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन?
Sir, only one parent.
ओनली वन पेरेंट? So can you give me example of a asexual reproduction?
Reproduction of bacteria.
Bacterias. ओके, वी कैन से एमोइबिया हो गया, यूग्लीनिया हो गया, ये सब तुम्हारा क्या हो गया? एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन हो गया। सो
Sir.
लिखो, प्रोडक्शन ऑफ ऑफ स्प्रिंग, प्रोडक्शन ऑफ ऑफ स्प्रिंग बाय ए सिंगल parent, single parent, without the formation of, without the formation and fusion of gamete, without the formation and fusion of gametes. You know the meaning of a fusion? फ्यूजन का मतलब क्या होता है
Fusion.
पता है? मिलने को बोलते हैं। एक जैसे कि मान लो एक पार्टिकल्स दूसरे पार्टिकल्स के साथ मिक्स हो रहे हैं, सो ओके, फ्यूजन इसको बोलते हैं। एंड ऑफ स्प्रिंग produced is the exact copies of the parent. Okay, write the next para. Whatever the offspring we are producing, offspring produced is the exact copies of the parents. Okay, or offspring receive all of their genes from one parent's source, one parent. So they are identical, so they are identical with each other, with each other, and are called clone. Okay, so this is a very important word, clone. So clone is actually, if anyone will ask you what do you mean by clone, so what you have to say? Clone. Write the definition of a clone. If anyone will ask you what do you mean by clone, so morphologically and genetically similar individuals. Okay, morphologically and genetically similar individuals. So this is the meaning of a clone. Okay,
Sir, morphologically means?
see, the meaning of a morphologically, you don't know the meaning of a morphologically?
Yes, sir.
You know what is morpholo axis?
No, sir.
See, what is happening in morpholo axis, I will give you the definitions, don't worry, it will come. So actually if something is like this, okay, some suppose this is planaria. Okay, you know the planaria is a single cell organism, single cell bacteria and all. So if we will cut this part, if we'll cut this part, it will regenerate, okay, like that. So it's getting cloned. So this kind of a process is known as morphological. Okay, if you will cut this part, and this will become a two different part, right? Two different part.
Sir.
So it will develop the same like it was earlier. So it is cloning itself. So this is the meaning of a morphologically, right? Understood? Jevin, understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah, we are discussing asexual reproduction, right? Morphologically, genetically similar individual. Asexual is also known as, write it down, a asexual is also known as agamogenesis. Agamogenesis. Okay, Agamognesis. Okay, this is the another name of asexual. Okay, the examples of asexual reproduction, it is your amoeba, okay, euglena, and there are many more, etc. So this was the meaning of asexual reproduction. So in asexual reproduction, what is happening? Single individual is capable of producing offspring. Offspring is the exact copy of a parent, common among a single cell organism. You can get the asexual reproduction is possible in a single cell organism. Common method of a reproduction in a simple organizations like algae, okay, fungi. So these are the common organisms where asexual reproduction is possible. Okay, what is the meaning of a sexual reproduction? This was the story of a asexual reproduction. And what is the meaning of a sexual reproduction? Write it down. Production of new individual by formation and fusion. So there the fusion will take place. Okay, fusion of what? Fusion of what? Male gametes, male and female, male and female gamete. Okay, so how it's how baby is coming, like you are giving means a gamete is there, okay, from male, and this is from female. Okay, so one particles coming from male and another particles coming from a female. Okay, they both are providing the gametes. These gametes form what? The name is known as zygote. Okay, and this zygote will develop in female body. Okay, and it will form new organism, and slowly baby will come. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
sexual reproduction is also known as amphimix. Okay, amphimix. Just write it down. Sexual reproduction is also known as AMP, amphimesis, or you can say this is AMPHIMIXIS, amphimesis, or you can say syngenesis. So these two are the different name of a sexual reproduction, amphimesis and syngenesis. Okay. So example of a sexual reproduction. Example of a sexual reproduction. Human beings. Human beings. Animal. Right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what do you mean by asexual? Means I told you asexual reproductions already. Sexual so write definitions like this also. In asexual reproductions, what's happening? Asexual reproduction. Okay. Sexual reproduction. So in this, what it's happening? Single individual is capable of producing offspring. Okay. Offspring is the exact copy of what we say in asexual reproduction. Offspring, whatever the offspring is generating, offspring is the exact copy of parents. Okay. So common method of reproductions in simple organizations, we can say common method of reproduction in simple organization. Example is your algae and fungi. Okay. So this is the particular example. And how many types of asexual reproduction you will see? Right, the next topic. Types of asexual reproduction. Let me add the new page. Types of asexual reproduction. So how many types of asexual reproductions? Mahima, you know how many types of asexual reproduction is there? Jevin, how many types of asexual reproduction is there?
Sir,
Write it down. It's regeneration. Regeneration. RATION. Regeneration. Spore formation. Spore. What is the meaning of a spore? Guys, anyone? What do you mean by spore? I'm asking, what do you mean by spore? See, usually we call a spore is a single cell reproductive structure. Okay, a spore is a small, usually single cell reproductive structure that can develop into new organism. Spore are typically produced by fungi, plants, and some protists, and are often surrounded by protective walls. Okay, so it's just what, it's just a single cell reproductive structure. So I hope you have written what I told you. You can write in your note what I will tell you these things, so you should not worry. uh, we are just writing the types. Okay, then there is another method that is known as fission. Okay, so, and there is a two kind of a fission. One is binary fission. In your lower classes these things you had studied, binary fissions and multiple fission. Okay, and another method is budding. What is the meaning of budding? Don't worry, we'll discuss this. And another is vegetative reproduction. Reproduction. Okay, so what, how many kinds of vegetative reproductions are there? Artificially, artificial, and one is natural. One we can say artificial, and one we can say natural. Okay, there is another method of asexual reproduction that is known as storbilation and fragmentation. Okay, fragmentation. Last one is a very simple one, gem A. Okay, so can anyone tell me what is regeneration? What do you mean by regeneration? What do you mean by regeneration, guys? What
Sir,
is
reborn, or like if the lizard's tail is cut off, then it will regenerate
Yeah,
itself. It
like
will
that
come a
only,
new
like
one.
that. Okay, but we are talking about asexual reproduction, right? So lizard will come in asexual reproductions, do you think?
No,
Okay, so we are talking about this regeneration. So you need to write body replace or regenerate the lost, what you had said, it's correct only, the lost body part. Okay, or we can say formation of whole body. Okay, formation of whole body of organism. of organism from a small fragment. मीन्स एक छोटी सी टुकड़ी से तुम्हारा बॉडी जो होल बॉडी होता था वो फिर से जन्म जाता है फ्रॉम ए स्मॉल फ्रैगमेंट. Okay, so where we can see this example is where we can see these things lizard as you had said, but we are talking about asexual reproduction, so this can be seen in have you heard about the name of planaria?
Yes, sir.
So this is, so suppose your planaria was look like this, it was look like it is look like this. This is your planaria. Okay, so okay, so if planaria is look like this, if we'll cut this planaria in two part, what will happen? If we'll cut this planaria like this, okay, so how this will develop means like we had cut it in this form, okay, and the second part is here, small part, okay, so this was your cutted part and this was your cutted part. Now the planaria will develop the similar structure of this, it will develop. I am drawing like that only, suppose this is these twos are same, so it will develop the similar structure, right? So if you develop the similar structure, what you will get? Again you will get same structure. So there is a two process, okay, there is a two process. One is known as morphollaxis, morphollaxis, PHALLALAXIS. So what is the meaning of morphollaxis? Whole body from a small fragment, whole body will form, okay, whole body from a small fragment. So it is getting from a small fragment, the whole body is generating, whole body is generated from, right, like this, whole body generated from a small fragment, generated from small fragment, okay. And there is a ephemorphollaxis, the second one is ephemorphollaxis, EPHIMORPHALLAXIS. So in this what it's happening, whole body by the replacement of the lost part, whole body will generate, whole body generated by the, like the example you had said in lizard, by the replacement of the lost part. Okay, I hope you understood up to here. Up to here, Zevin, it's clear or any doubt? Zevin,
Sir, that M5 more phalanxes, what's that? I've not cleared that one.
it's not clear for you. Morphollaxis, that morphollaxis. See, what I am telling.
And the second one?
Second is ephemorphollaxis. EPHI morphollaxis. See, in this what it's happening now. Actually, if you have a two body, so it, see this is the lost part. This is the lost part. Okay. So this particular is the lost part, and the body is alive. Body is alive, but it lost some parts of this. Then it's generating the new body. I am telling in a simple case. Suppose a body of a some lost part, it's gone, and it's generating the whole body. The lost part is generating. So it is what ephemorphollaxis. But now you have this two separate part. The whole new body will generate from a small part also. Okay, a small part also. This is morphollaxis. This is morphollaxis. Or I will give you a better definition, don't worry. See, actually morphollaxis is what? It's a type of regeneration that occur in some animal, where a portion of a body undergoes transformation into a new structure or a body part. Unlike ephemorphosis, that is ephemorphosis, which involves a few new tissue will develop. Your new tissue is getting developed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Or morphollaxis, where you can see. So I will give you, write it down. The example of a morphollaxis where you will see hydra. Hydra, you know what is hydra? Hydra is there, flat worm. Hydra is there, flat worm is there, and so actually the morphollaxis, it will have a breakdown and reorganization of an existing tissue. Okay. Or just wait, you can see on the net the example of, see, this is what it's happening here. What it is happening here. This is the example of some particular example is there. So this things, this hydra is cutted into two part. Okay, this hydra is cutted into two part. So the lost part is getting, the lost part is getting back. Growth is happening here. Also the growth is happening. So we are getting the new organisms, like a clone organisms, a same clone organism. So this is just a morphollaxis. Understood by this?
Yes.
And you have a doubt in a ephemorphollaxis, right? What is the difference between
Yes,
morphollaxis
sir.
and ephemorphollaxis? So see, in this ephemorphollaxis, epimorphosis, we can say epimorphosis also. So See, in this what it's happening, your whole body part is not getting generate. Okay, your whole body part is not getting generate. So this is the main part, this is the main tissue. Okay, from this tissue the lost part is generating, that is epimorphosis. Okay, from this, what you are from the top point, what you are seeing now, the this part is not getting generated, but from this part this tissue will get generated, this will get wasted. Okay, this wasted part will not generate the downward part, but this downward part you will generate this part. So this is epimorphosis, means in epimorphosis we can generate the lost part, but in morphosis, in a morphal axis, from both the part we can generate the new organism. It's clear, or any doubt? Javin, is this
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Is this clear, Javin?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So replacement means basic, you can say that epimorphal axis whole body by the replacement of the lost part. Okay. And what is the meaning of a spore formation? How the spore formation? What is the meaning of a spore? Right, the next topic, spore formation. So we'll end this class after this. Spore formation. What is the meaning of a spore formation? Any previous idea? जेविन, एनी प्रीवियस आइडिया व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ ए स्पोर फॉर्मेशन? कुछ भी पता है आपको?
सर स्पोर वो एक रिप्रोडक्टिव सेल है ना सर,
हाँ,
प्लांट्स का,
रिप्रोडक्टिव सेल तो
या
है.
एसिक सेल.
Okay, write it down. I'm dictating. Write it down in a notebook. Spore formation is the process by which certain organism just wait. Spore formation is the process by which certain organisms produces spores which are specialized reproductive structures that can develop into new individuals under favorable conditions. Okay. So spore formation is a common method of asexual reproduction in many group organisms. So example is fungi, bacteria, and some plants. Okay, this spore formation varies depending on the organism. It's depend on organism to organism. Like in फंजाई में क्या होता है ना, स्पोर्स जो भी होता है ना टिपिकली प्रोड्यूस कौन करता है, एक स्पेशल स्ट्रक्चर्स रहता है जैसे कि गिल्स ऑफ मशरूम, ठीक है, और द स्प्रॉन्जेनिया ऑफ अ मोल्स। द स्पोर्स आर ऑफन सराउंडेड बाय प्रोटेक्टिव वॉल्स विच अलाउ देम टू सर्वाइव इन अ हार्श इन्वायरमेंटल कंडीशन। तो तुम्हें बेसिकली याद रखना है क्या ना, कि स्पोर फॉर्मेशन हर ऑर्गेनिजम्स में अलग तरीका से फॉर्म होता है, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट मेथड होता है स्पोर फॉर्मेशन का। बैक्टीरिया में अलग प्रोसेस है, फंजाई में अलग प्रोसेस है। जैसे कि बैक्टीरिया में जो स्पोर फॉर्मेशन होता है उसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, स्पोरियोलेशंस, विच इन्वॉल्व द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ अ हाईली रेजिस्टेंस स्पोर दैट कैन सर्वाइव फॉर अ लॉन्ग पीरियड इन अनफेवरेबल कंडीशंस। ओके, इन बैक्टीरिया में ये होता है, स्पोरियोलेशंस मेथड के थ्रू स्पोर फॉर्मेशन होता है। और स्प्रॉन्जिया किस में होता है, मशरूम्स में होता है। गिल्स ऑफ द मशरूम्स में जो फॉर्मेशन होता है, जो स्पोर्स को फॉर्म फॉर्म करता है, उस मेथड को हम लोग बोलते हैं स्प्रॉन्जिया। ये सब मैं बताऊंगा आपको आगे में। ओके, प्लांट में भी तुम्हारा स्पोर फॉर्मेशन होता है। ओके।
Okay, sir.
ओके, सो और क्या डिस्कस कर ले हम लोग। सो देखो, अलग अलग टाइप का स्पोर्ट्स होता है, बस इतना लिख लो आज के लिए, टाइप्स ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स। सो फर्स्ट जू स्पोर्ट्स लिख लो, जू स्पोर्ट्स। सो जू स्पोर्ट्स एक ऐसे दिखेगा हम लोगों को, माइक्रोस्कोपिक मोटाइल स्ट्रक्चर। इसका देखा जाए तो कैसे दिखता है, तो देखो ये कुछ इस तरीक़ा से रहता है। रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट जो हम बात करते हैं, फिर आप इंटरनेट पे सर्च करोगे तो इससे बेटर आपको फिगर मिल जाएगी। तो इसको हम लोग, जो ये अंदर वाला पार्ट है, इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं जू स्पोर्स। ठीक है, जू म्यूजियम। ये मैं किसका फिगर बनाया हूँ, एग्जाम्पल बता सकते हो, ये कौन सा पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनिजम्स की ये बनाई गई है फिगर। ओके, तो एक बार इसका नेट पे आप देखना सर्च करके, आपको इस तरीक़ा से स्पोर्ट्स फॉर्मेशन इस पर्टिकुलर में आपको ऐसा दिखने को मिलता है। ओके, okay, so we'll continue these things till here you just go through these notes। and मैंने बहुत छोटा टॉपिक आज पढ़ाया है आप लोगों को, एकदम छोटा सा सिंपल सा टॉपिक पढ़ाया है। बस जितना पढ़ाता हूँ उतना आप लोग को बार बार रिवाइज करना है। ओके जेविन, अंडरस्टूड।
Okay, sir.
बार बार मतलब देखो
Yes,
क्या
sir.
होता है ना, स्लो स्लो अगर चीज़ों को डाइजेस्ट करोगे तो आपको इजीली डाइजेस्ट हो जाएगा। तो स्लो स्लो चीज़ों को कैसे डाइजेस्ट किया जाता है, छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स को लेना है, छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स को में पढ़ना है। ठीक, धीरे 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 वही छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स तुम्हारा क्या बना लेते हैं, एक बड़ा सा स्टेप्स हो जाता है, बड़ा सा स्टेप्स फॉर्म कर देता है। तो एक साथ अगर लास्ट में पढ़ना चाहोगे तो नहीं हो पाएगा, इसीलिए स्मॉल स्मॉल स्टेप्स में ही पढ़ाई करो, और छोटा छोटा टॉपिक्स को जल्दी से जल्दी कवर करने का कोशिश करो। राइट, सो ये नोट्स पूरा
Okay,
पर्टिकुलरली
sir.
लिख लिए हो आप लोग, राइट जेविन, ये नोट्स लिख लिए हो या फिर नहीं लिखे हो कुछ।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ओके चलो ठीक है, कल मैं आपसे इसके ऊपर मैं थोड़ा बहुत डिस्कस करूंगा, और इसका एक रिकॉर्डेड वीडियोस मैं यूट्यूब पे अपलोड कर दूंगा, ताकि जैसे कि उसका नेटवर्क इशू हुआ था तो वो कवर कर लेगी। ओके, चलो,
Okay, sir.
ओके, गुड नाइट।
Good night, sir. Thank you.